and enjoyed this 5 days of FDP. As for the discussion with our resource person, some issues, and he will join soon. And by the meantime, let me interact with you. I hope all the relevant informations has been shared in the WhatsApp group. So anything, if you want to give us information, you please give me now. So as per our schedule, after this session, this is the 14th session, is the last session, technical session. And I will provide soon after this the feedback link, and also I will share the uh, quiz test link also. And let me inform you that quiz test link, it is a very sensitive one. If you move your tab or something, if you have done, then it will be uh, disabled. So I think Dr. Bikramaditya Das sir has joined. So good morning, and is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
But
Good
Bikram
morning.
sir's voice is good morning, good
Good morning,
morning,
sir.
good morning. So now the session is with. I hope Priti madam, you have introduced Bikramaditya sir to all the participants.
No, sir, I will be doing it
Please,
now.
please,
Yes,
please introduce, and we will begin the session. After that, I will discuss with the participants. Okay, thank you.
sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for your understanding. I, Preeti, welcome you all to the 14th session of our Faculty Development Program. It is an honor to introduce Dr. Bikramaditya Das sir, a distinguished academician and researcher with extensive expertise in wireless communication, adaptive control, control of underwater vehicles, and robotics. Dr. Das has received the BTech degree in Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering from BPUT Rourkela, MTech degree in Wireless Communication from Department of Electrical Engineering, NIT Rourkela in 2010, and then a doctoral degree in the area Control Under Communication Constraints from the Department of Electrical Engineering, VSSUT Purla in 2016. He is currently working as an associate professor in the Department of Electronics Communication Engineering, CUPGS BPUT Rourkela. With a strong passion for advancing technology and solving complex engineering challenges, Dr. Das has significant contributions to the field through his research and publications. To date, he has published 7 journal papers, 21 conference papers, and 2 books demonstrating his dedication to pushing the boundaries of knowledge in his areas of interest. His work not only contributes to academia but also has practical applications in industries such as marine robotics, automation, and wireless systems. Beyond research, Dr. Das plays an active role in academic leadership. He is entrusted with key responsibilities at both the department and university levels, ensuring the smooth organization of curricular and extracurricular activities, maintaining student discipline, and contributing to professional organizations for teachers. His commitment to both education and research reflects his dedication to shaping the next generation of engineers and scholars. He is an associate member of IEI, IETE, ISTE, and QCFI. With such a dynamic profile, I am privileged to have Dr. Das here with us for the 14th session of FTP. Let us extend a warm welcome and look forward for gaining insights from his expertise. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Priti ma'am.
Welcome, sir.
So, good morning, everyone. Sorry, I'm little bit late today. Okay. So, let me first share the PPT with you. Is it visible to everybody?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you for the introduction. So as I have been introduced as Dr. Bikramaditya Das, and I'm the PIC R&D of BPUT Rourkela. I'm also the Associate Professor of AC Department in BPUT Rourkela. So these are the contents of today's talk. Okay, so this is regarding writing research paper. So what will be the structure, style, choosing the right journal, how understanding the peer review process, how to do the revisions, then presentation skills, preparing effective research presentations. These are under writing research papers. And in research dissemination, we'll have open access and subscription journals. What are the benefits and challenges for publishing open access research communication for non-academic audiences also, and writing for policymakers and public ethics, and avoiding plagiarism, data falsification, and fabrications. That also we'll discuss in today's talk. Okay. So basically, what is a research paper? So all of you must know what is a research paper. So research paper, you are saying that if I will publish one journal or a conference paper, then how to publish that one, how to write a paper, then how to choose a conference, how to choose a journal. Okay. So these are the basic queries of all the researchers or all the scientists or all the academicians, whoever they are, those who want to know all these research uh, academic things. Okay, so research paper is basically is an expanded essay that presents one interpretation or evaluation of an argument. Okay, so you generally provides one argument or interpretation of some data that you will have. Okay, so when anyone writes a research paper, they build upon what they know about the subject and what other experts know. Okay, so it's a mixture. So what other experts know and what is your subject, that will be evaluated in the research paper. So the research paper also involves the surveying of a field in knowledge in order to find the best possible information in that field. So basically, whatever the knowledge you are having in that field, okay, that you want to put in a paper format or in a any readable format, that is known as your paper or research paper. Okay, so it is having a structure of a paper. Okay, so structure is based on some introduction, some abstract, some body of the paper, then conclusion, then how you are citing the references, what are the references, all these are known as the structure of the research paper. So how you are going to write that one. So in it is varied between paper to journals to journals. Okay, so in many journals they are having different abstract writing style. In some other journals, it abstracts are not there, there are structured abstracts are there. In other journals, video abstracts are there. Okay, so like this, so it differs from one journal to another journal. So are my slides are changing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So these are the sections of the research paper. So the research papers basically contains title of the paper, author informations, abstract, keywords, introduction, methodology section. Can we have two or more subsections? Finding results, conclusion, and references. So we'll discuss one by one how to write the title of the paper, what should be the title of the paper, how author informations are presented, how abstracts are presented, how keywords are given, how to write the introduction such that the one reader will reach from starting of the paper to the ending of the paper. Then what will be the methodology so that it can be more easily understood to all the readers, how to find the results, findings, results, all how to represent that one such that it will be more impressive to the readers. Then how to conclude the paper such that it will be a brief summary of the total paper. And at last, we'll discuss regarding the references. Okay. So one by one. So title of the research paper. So how to summarize the main idea of your study, that is known as the title of the paper. So you have to summarize that one. Okay. So keep the title brief and clear. Use active verbs instead of complex noun verb phrases and avoid necessary details. So all the details we don't need. Only you have to use the active words instead of the complex noun phrases. Okay. So moreover, a good title of the research is a typically 10 to 12 words long. Okay. It will not be much long and not much short also. So it will be in between 10 to 12 words so that it will be look impressive to the readers. Okay. So an effective title, some examples are convey the main topics of the study. Okay. So be concise, and to go to the abstract, the title must be so catchable that it highlights the importance of the research. If it will highlight the importance of the research, then the reader will go to the abstract and read the total paper. Okay. Like example is COVID-19 vaccination of children. Okay. So subtitle they have written a randomized trial or effective COVID vaccination of an infection rates in rural communities. Subtitle is a randomized trial. Okay, like this, you can give the abstract to provide to attract the readers such that it will provide or it will give you the highlights of the research. Okay. Next, you have to give the author information in that paper. So first author, mostly corresponding authors are first authors, or your guide or any co-authors will be the corresponding author. There can be 3 to 4 authors, but there are papers like 32, 34 authors are also there. Mentor's name as the last author, it is generally there. Nowadays, mentors are also corresponding authors because they are sending the papers. Okay. So it will depend on the mentors that mentor and student both they are having the understanding that whether the first author will be the corresponding author or the mentors will be the authors. Okay, so it's a combined decision of all the authors that who will be the corresponding author, who will the first author, second author, and who will be the last author. Last author will be generally the mentor. So then you have to write the institute name in which you are affiliated. Then email IDs of the authors need to be mentioned, and always don't require to provide your designation mobile numbers. Okay, it is not required always. Okay, I have seen many papers they have given all the details, their designation, mobile numbers, all they have given. Okay, so no need to give all these things because in the journal profile or in the conference profile, they have already taken the author profile. In that author profile, they have already taken your mobile number, your designation, your affiliation, in which college you are affiliated. All these things they have taken. Okay, so it also varies from some journals to other journals. Okay, like in Elsevier, the writing of the author information is different as in the case of IEEE or in the case of Emerald or in the case of Sage journals. Okay, so like this, they are different from journals. Then we'll go to the abstract. So an abstract is like a movie trailer. Okay, so people will only consider reading the rest of the manuscript if they find your abstract is interesting. Okay, so if the trailer is good, then no doubt the movie will be good. Okay, but in our academic case, always if the abstract is good, then always all the readers wants to read the whole paper. So writing the abstract after you have finished the writing your whole paper. Okay, so always try to write the abstract after completing whole paper because you will summarize that one and how interestingly you write the paper so that the reader will read the whole paper. That is your abstract. So pick out some key statements from your introductions, methods, results, and discussion section from frame your abstract with logical flow and make an abstract. So edit your abstract carefully to make it cohesive, and that should be less than 250 words. Always the abstract will be within 250 words. Okay, it's also varies between journals to journal, so that in structure abstracts you have to give 5 points, how it will affect the society, how it will benefit to society, like this, what is your methodology, like this you have to answer the questions of the structure abstract. And if you'll fill up the structure abstract, then that will be created as an abstract, and the whole abstract will be known as the structure abstract. Okay, and always remember that I've seen also many conference paper that in abstract they are giving citations, okay, of the reference. So always remember, no citations unless it is very much required. You have to give the citation in the abstract. Okay, so always, as you are not providing any kind of citation from any references, so always try to avoid this practice to give the citation in the abstract. Okay, so nowadays nobody is giving. Okay, but in any case, if it is required, then also you can give, but it will be a essential one. If it is an essential one, then only you can give that citation in the abstract. Okay, and the abstract is a summary of the content of the journal manuscript. It's a time saving shortcut or busy researcher. So if a person wants to know that what is the paper, what contains the paper, so he will read the abstract if it is possible to go for further, or if he is interested to go for further, then he will read the paper. Otherwise he will read the abstract, and if you want to change that one, the topic can be changed, and he will choose the next paper also. Okay, so abstract is always the shortcut for the busy researchers. So a guide to most important parts of your manuscript's written contents is the abstract. Okay, so your abstract should answer all these questions of your manuscript. So what was done? Why did you do it? What did you find? Why are these findings are useful and important, and how you have done? Okay, that is also the main last point, how you are reaching to the final conclusion. So all these 5 questions must be there. So what was done, how, why did you do that, what did you find, what are the findings useful on the importance, and how you have done. Okay, so journals are set upon maximum word counts of the abstract, often 250 words, as we have discussed, with no citations, and this is to ensure that the full abstract appears in the indexing service. Okay, so generally papers are indexed with some DOI numbers, and the DOI numbers are generally contains the title, the abstract, and the keywords. Okay, so as it is a space-based constraint, so in that space-based constraint, generally they prefer to provide you 250 words maximum to get that final abstract. Then we'll go for the keywords. So keywords are the tools to help the indexers or search engines and find relevant papers. So however, to be effective, keywords must be chosen carefully, that they should represent the content of your manuscript, be specific to your field or subfield. Okay. So generally, the journals will provide 3 to 5 keywords maximum. Okay, so the keywords are nothing but it will be some words that is representing your manuscript, means the main points of your research whose around the research is going on, that will have to represent in that keywords. Like if you are using a method called ant colony optimization, then put that keyword as SEO, so that if a busy researcher is there, he wants or he is searching for the paper of this ant colony optimization, then he will choose that this is having the keyword of ant colony optimization, then something of ant colony optimization will be there, then I will read this paper. Then he will be interested, or he or she will be interested to read the paper. Okay, and last but not the least, be specific to your field or subfield. Okay, otherwise don't give the keywords like if clonal selection algorithm you are not using, but in SEA you have written CSE is also there. One reader have reached there, clonal selection algorithm is there. Then he will go to the total paper, he will read the paper and found that nothing is there. Then he will get a complaint, or he will give you a complaint, or the authors will get a complaint that as these keywords are not there, how you have published the paper. Okay, if you will get this type of mails from the reader also, then it will be very much ineffective, or it will not provide you a good sign of research. Okay, so after keyword, then the main paper will start. Okay, so always remember what I have discussed till now. First write the paper, means first complete your paper from introduction to the result discussion. Then write the conclusion, then go for title, then abstract, then keyword. Like this you have to complete the journal papers. Okay, so we'll go for the introduction. The introduction should provide readers with the background information needed to understand your study and the reasons why you conducted your experiments. Every field is different, but you should aim to cite the reference that are not more than 10 years old if possible. Although, be sure cite the first discovery of the mention of the literature even if it is 10 years old. So always remember that it is not more than 10 years old papers you are citing. Okay. If you are citing the past paper of ant colony optimization, then it is okay that the ACO is introduced in this year, that is okay, and you have cited one paper. That is okay. But always try to avoid 10 years before paper which are to be cited. Okay, so it will be a healthy sign of the research that is going on. And if you are checking a paper and the paper is much good than that within these 10 years, then also you can give, no problem is there. Okay. But always remember that the reference should not be more than 10 years, such that it will be better for your paper also and for the future generation also. Okay. So a good introduction is also answer or should answer the following questions. So what is the problem to be solved? Okay. Are there any existing solutions are there, which are the literature survey? In the literature survey, you have to represent it like that. What are the works till now they have, the researchers have done? If this literature survey is the existing solutions are there, then how your method is better than that of the existing one? That is the main importance of this introduction. So always try to remember that to make your solution or to make your results as the best one, so you have to compare with other methods, and that other methods you have to find from the previous 10 years or previous 50 years. You will find the papers. Then after getting all the methods, then you have to compare your paper. So before comparing, you have to survey that one, and that method is known as the existing solution method, or that is known as literature survey. In that literature survey, you will get to know that what are the methods till now have been done and how you are going to be the best from the previous one. You are going in the method of theoretically, or you are going by some mathematical informations, you are giving the best solution, or you are giving some results of your results are there, you are providing the best solution. That you have to check through this literature survey only. So which is the best one, that you have to pick. Okay, and what is the main limitations are there, and what do you hope to achieve? Okay, that means that what is your contribution in this paper. So nowadays the journals are strict, and they are very strict in writing what is your contribution. Write in the bullet points or some points what are the contributions of your journal. Then you have to write that we have done this, we have compared with all this existing method, and what we have achieved. If 3 questions will be written, then that your contribution will be there. So you have introduced one new topic, then you have compared your new topic with the older one. Then after what is the result are there, the results are better than the previous one. Means your point is the best one. That is the contribution of your total research writing. So in the literature review also, the purpose of literature review is to describe the past important research and how it specifically relates to the research thesis. Okay, so it should include all the relevant findings from the credible sources such as academic books, peer-reviewed journal articles, and you will want to know, try to show connections of any disparities between the literature. So identify new ways to interpret prior research and reveal any gaps that exist in the literature survey. So after getting the literature survey, always and before writing the contribution, always try to write a research gap. So I will point some literature as these are the research gaps, and I will correct, or I will go above this research gap to make some correction in the mathematical model or result section. Like this, you will get a research gap and try to be a bridge in that research gap. Okay, so try to complete the bridge so that the research gap will be eliminated. Okay. So, introductions have many sections. They have given like three or more sections are there. So, in which studies of the validity is judged. Therefore, it requires clear and precise descriptions of how work was done and why specific methods are chosen. So, if proposing the new method, what is the requirement and comparison of the existing methods? That is also to be provided. And the method sections should describe what was done to answer the research questions. So, describe how it was done, justify the design, and explain how results were analyzed. So, scientific writing is direct or orderly must be given. Therefore, method structure section structures will be described as what are the data used in the studies. Okay, so you have to give the methodology before that, what are the data needed, then explain how the data were prepared in the study, then explain algorithms to be made, then what calculations were performed in the state which statistically tests were done to analyze the data. So how you are modifying the data or how you are changing the mathematical sections such that you are getting a good result, that you have to show mathematically in this methodology section. Okay, so in this methodology sections, after that one, you have to give your result section with some tables or figures. Okay, so figures are generally provides you the results or the block diagrams of any methodology, and the tables will provide you what are the data are you are using in this research. Okay, so tables are generally present quantitative data or statistical results of the analysis, and its examples are quantitative data, population, age, frequency, like this. Figures, on the other hand, come in the different forms, and these are could be graphs, images, and figures and tables should be clearly visible. It ensures that all the tables you have included are referred in your text. Do not include explicit instructions in your text for the reader to refer to the tables. It's best to make the brief reference. For example, more than half of the Canadian population has not consumed hot sauce in the first half of 2010, like this, the table one, and avoid instructions such as see table and refer to figure number 6. Like this, you just avoid. Okay, so you can go for refer to table number this, and you can go for the figure is as shown below, or like this you can say, but avoid instructions to the readers such as see the table 2 or refer to figure 6. Okay, so generally the reader doesn't like to go for figure 6. Okay, and the figure 6 will be in the after 2 pages, that figure will be there. Okay, so generally don't write all these things, and pay particular attention to your target journal styles. It is figure 1, figure 1, like this you will write. Okay, so as per the journal's criteria, you have to write how you will write the figure 1, and uh, for bold or italic, it's always depends on the what is the journal style. How you are writing the paper, that depends on the writing style of the researcher. Okay, so next is come conclusion. In the conclusion part, you will get to know that you'll get to know that paraphrase it or summarize the key points of your paper. Then you may emphasize the significance of your findings as well. Then a good idea is to provide some recommendation based on the results of your investigation and suggest some directions for the future research. Okay, so like this you will write the conclusion. Then no paper is complete without a reference list documenting all the sources that you used for your research. Then this should be laid on according to the APA or other specified format, allowing any interested researchers to follow up the research. Okay, so while writing the references, so it also depends on the journal style. Okay, Elsevier journal style is different. Another IEEE is having difference. Okay, like APA, American Physiological Association style. APA style is you have to first write down the researcher name, then within the bracket the year, then the name, then full stop, then full name of the journal, then journal of personality and sociological, psychological, social psychological, then this is the volume number, then page number 254 hyphen 261. Okay, so other style is also there like this. Uh, many issues like IEEE is having like this. You can see the reference as researcher name, then comma, then within the inverted comma will get a paper name. Then after that, what is the conference name or journal name? Then volume number. For volume number, you have to write VOL dot. Then for number NO dot. Then for paper pages PP dot, and then the year. Okay, so in many IEEE journals, they are writing nowadays the month and the year, May 2005. Like this, you have to write. Okay, so it depends on what kind of journals manuscript format you are following. Okay, so there are two methods are generally right now they are using. One is Word format, another one is LaTeX format. In LaTeX format, all these formats are available. In LaTeX, if you provide all these informations to the LaTeX software, then it will automatically design the reference styles that you want to use. Whatever the journal style, the LaTeX format is available. You will, if you will put, then you will get the LaTeX PDF in such a beautiful way that you cannot imagine that in this way also I can write the paper. Okay, but in case of Word, you have to prepare by yourself. You have to write yourself. You have to check bit by bit that where dot is written. If dot with in place of dot, if it is a comma, then it will be a wrong style of the APA. Like this, you have to check. Okay, so always try for the LaTeX, which is a easy software and online also available. Freely available to paper. How to write the paper name, then abstract, then keyword, then introduction, then methodology, then result section. In result section, how you are going to use the figures and tables, then conclusion, then how you have to write the references styles. Okay, so these are with you have to prepare the result, and how you will prepare the result, and how you are going to represent that one, that depends on you. Okay, so after submitting that one, the scientific papers contains two informations generally one is review article, another one is primary research articles. Now another short paper, long paper, like this, invited papers, like this, many papers or articles are available in the journals. Okay, or special issue articles are also available, but it's a review articles or a research articles. If you are going for a literature survey of let's say 50 years from today on today up to today, let you are doing for a research for 50 years. Okay, then if you will present that one, then it's a review articles and it will benefit to the student, and your citation also go increases due to the review of the all the articles, because nobody is going to read all the 50 papers. Okay, they will read your paper, and in your paper they will get the 50 years data. So what is done, how it is done, and what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages. If you will write like that, then a review article will be there. Otherwise, you will, if you will put some methodology and you will get a result, you will get a better result from the previous one. If you are comparing that one, then you will go for a primary research article. It contains the original data or a comparison data. Okay, if your method is new, if you are putting a new method, then you can go for original data. Otherwise, you can compare with your findings with the previous literature findings, and you have to conclude that one, that my research paper is concluding that my method is best of the all the literature surveyed paper. Okay, so like this you have to write two papers. Okay, and if you submit a new paper, then your submission will look like this. A traditional submission will be there and a EndNote submission will be there. In a traditional submission, it allows upload files that were created from many sources. Okay, and in EndNote, it is a industry standard software tool for publishing or managing bibliography, citations, references, or index or um, EndNote submission to provide the EndNote submission transmission of the total submission in the research papers. Okay, and generally after going from that one, if you will submit your paper, then it will generally look like this. Okay, original article, invited review, letter to the editor, special issue if some special issues are there. Then also if they have invited you, then in the special issue you just put and you can submit the paper also. Like this you will submit the papers. Then before submitting that one, okay, so how to choose the right journal? That is the main question. Okay, in which area you are working, what are the journals available, how we are going to publish that one. So these are the main questions, how to choose the right journal. So deciding of what or when to publish, it will provide you to get a good journal. Okay, so some factors to consider as quality of the work, extent of the work, and interest of the to the others. So interest to the others is a quite interesting one, because how many are reading that papers? Okay, if some specific papers are there, like bionic engineering, some one journal is there, bionic engineering in Springer. Okay, so all the bio-inspired methods are published in there. So if somebody wants to work in bio-inspired things, then he will choose the journal and try to read that paper. If you are working also in the bio-inspired, then go for the bio-inspired, such that your readability will increase. Okay, otherwise you are a mechanical or civil or electrical electronics student is there or researcher is there, but you want to publish it as you are using a optimization method, you are going for a computer journal, your readability will come, your readability will decreases. Okay, because all the whatever you have published in the mechanical engineering, but you have published it in a computer science because you have used some optimization methods. They may have interest or may not have interest, because the right now the research is diversified. Okay, so your mechanical paper using some optimization methods can also be published in the computer science. Okay, but the readability or the cited papers will decreases because you are publishing in a computer science journal rather in a mechanical journal. Okay, so some suggestions will be there. So seek some guidance in regards from others in your field who are more experienced in publishing journals. Okay, you can take some guidance also. Otherwise, you present your work orally first, then doing so can help in deciding whether the work is publishable or in shaping the paper. Okay, so identifying the target journal, it decides early before drafting a paper. Do not write the paper and then look for a journal. Okay, if you want to write, then first complete your paper, then look for a journal. Don't write a paper and then look for a journal. That will not be done. Okay, so look for the journals that have been published your work similar to you. Okay, so it will be always greater that if you will publish your paper where I have already told you where the readers are more. Okay, like this journal, like this work, some journals are published like this, then go for that journals, not to the other journals as I have used optimized method. So go for I will go for computer science journals. That is not done. Okay, so consider the journals that have been published work that you will cite. Okay, so always consider the journals that you have published work that you will cite. Okay, some factors to be considered for getting the journals are audience. Okay, so before going for who are the readers, what is the prestige of the journals, how you are accessing the journals, whether it is a whether it is a it is having some impact factor or not. Then accessing, I will tell you later. Okay, what are the access means? It's a open access or a paid access, so that I can read the journal. If it is open access, then I will very much use all these journals in the or I can use read the papers freely, which is available in the journal. What's it? Okay. Then check that. Then check the impact factor of the research paper. So or the journal. So also, okay, then always look for the what are the publication time. Okay, if you want to complete your PhD within 4 years, then you have to go for some time management such that the publication time will be in your hand and you can publish good papers with a good impact factor, with good access, with a prestige audience are there, that you have to check. Okay, so always it depends on the publication time. Then quality of reproductions. Okay, this is most important. What are the quality of reproductions? How the paper is published, and what are the likelihood of the acceptance? Okay, so if your paper is not within the scope, they have also reject the paper before sending it to any editor or other reference reviewers. They will not send anything, okay, because your paper is not out of scope and they will not accept that one. Okay, so always remember and always check that what are the likelihood of acceptance of your journal. Okay, so these are the old methods. Okay, so these are the old methods which are available in the market. Okay, but right now for choosing a journal, it's not so much difficult. Okay, so is my tabs are visible?
Sir.
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So right now, these are whatever methods we have discussed. That methods are very much older. Okay. So right now, one master journal list of Clarivate is there. Okay, you can open the access in that. Okay, like this, I have opened my account over here in this Clarivate master journal list. Okay, I will match the manuscript. Okay, I will search the journals, whatever the journals are available, searching by ISSN number, searching by its manuscript ID or manuscript abstract, whatever I will can search the journals. Okay, but how I should know that which journal will be benefited to me? I will match the manuscript. Okay, so whatever titles I have given, let I will give path planning. Okay, and I will write the manuscript abstract as path planning of okay. Then if my abstracts are there, okay, let it be a 250 word. Okay, if I will find the journals, then it will search for the journals. Okay, कुछ नहीं हुआ. Okay, I will take a I will take a title like this. and then I will put the abstract in that, whatever abstract you have written. Mm, okay, you have put the abstract. So it has some internet issue, I think. That is not showing. Some internet issue, I think I'm having some internet issue. कुछ नहीं आ रहा है ना. I think some internet issue, slow internet is there. That's why not responding that one. Okay. So if you will put in this, okay. Your manuscript matcher, then manuscript matcher has to find the most related journal abstract. Okay. Then you'll put the title over here, then abstract, and then click the find journals. So it will show you what are the relevant journals that you have given in your abstract and titles, which will be best suited. So after finding the journal, then you will go for the journal, then check the accessibility, check the impact factor, check the reputation of the journal. Then after that, you will submit your journal in that journal manuscript editor. Okay, so this is the best example of manuscript match finder or manuscript matcher to get your best journal that you want to search for. Okay, so old days method have gone. Right now you can use this Clarivate to search your journal. Okay, through this also you can search the journal. So actually internet speed is slow, I think. That's why they are not opening. But if you will provide that one, then they are easily providing all the journal details. Okay, so but then right now it's not working. Okay, so always try for this Clarivate methods of master journal list to get the right journal. Okay, in Scopus also that is there. Okay, you can go for the search. Okay, this is my Scopus ID, and in search you can search for the subject area. Okay, whatever subject area you want, you will choose that one, and in that, through that you will get a good journal details. Okay, like engineering miscellaneous, general engineering, for mechanical engineering if I will choose. Okay, is mechanical engineering, A B C D E. Okay, let it is a mechanical engineering. Some issues are there, I think, internet issues. That's why. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
But my internets are not working. इसका थोड़ा देखो भाई. बट यहाँ पे फोकस नहीं है. Okay, so I think some internet issue is there. So let's go for the PPT. Then we'll, if the internet will be back, then I will show you how to represent that one. Okay, So how to submit the paper? We'll submit the paper. Then traditional submission were there by mail. We generally send the paper to the journals, but right now they are having some electronic submission methods. Okay, commonly via online submission system or some email attachments we will provide through electronic submissions. Okay, it includes uh, it includes cover letter with a conventional or electronic one, and complete required forms are there for completing or for submitting the journals. Okay, and various top publishers of the article of 2025 like LCVF, Springer Nature, Willy, MDPI, um, then IEEE, Taylor Francis, Oxford, like this, many top publishers are there from which you can go for by checking its access. If you are open access or paid access, then impact factor, then check its popularity, then check the audience, what are the citations, then go for the journal submission. And how to submit that one, I have shown you through Clarivate analysis. You check the journal and submit your paper. Okay, so before submission of the journal, some pre-checklist are there, pre-submission checklist are there. In that pre-submission checklist, before completing the submission of your manuscript, we generally advise you to read our submission checklist. Okay. The journal generally gives you that you must read before the submission. One author has been designated as corresponding author, and their full contact details will be given or must have been provided. All files have been uploaded, including keywords, figure captions, tables, including title, description, and footnotes must be included. Spelling and grammar checks have been carried out. All references in article text are cited in the reference list and vice versa. Permission has been obtained to use of any copyrighted material from other sources, including InVid. So it's always that you must be get infringed with any copyrighted materials. Okay, so don't write the whole things that is copyrighted from other materials. Always read the material and write in your word. Okay, so various softwares are also online softwares are available. Through that, whatever idea you are thinking, you just write in your language. They will give you a good language in that. Okay, also AI methods are also available, but right now, if you are submitting a paper, they are taking one undertaking that you are not using any kind of AI. So online AI softwares or tools are also available. Those who are checking that whether this paper is written in AI or not. Okay, if it is within the permissible percentage or 10%, whatever the permissible acceptance is there, if it is available, then it's okay. Otherwise, they will simply discard your paper by writing that you are infringed material, you have written in AI, and you will be restricted, or you will be caught, or you will be banned from the research for a certain period of time due to you have infringed the copyrighted material. So you must avoid all these copyrighted materials by writing directly, or if you are writing that one in your words, then also you just cite the references that you have taken from. Yeah. So another methods are there for pre-submission check. You also check that open access articles are there. That is also known as golden open access. So all authors understand that they are responsible for payment of the article processing charge. They will take some APC, that is article processing charge, if the manuscript is get accepted. Okay. In some journals also they are not, they are writing that article processing charge is free, but we will take article submission charge also they will take. Okay, so by this they will take the charge. Okay, and if the payment of the APC may be covered from the corresponding author's institution or the researcher's funding. If it is a project based one, then generally charge that one, because there is a scope in the founders or research fund from which the research fund have been received, or from the author's institution, they have to give that one. Okay. And so before submission of your paper, you must check all these submission checklist before submitting your paper. Okay. Then you must understand what are the review process, how the paper is get reviewed if you once you have submitted the paper. Okay. So it's always a peer reviewed one. So evaluation by the experts in the field. So before submitting that one, they will ask that what is the evaluation, what is the expertise of the paper. Then based on the expertise of the paper, they will review that one. If it is not within the scope, then they will simply discard that one. Otherwise, they will review the whole paper and they will propose the evaluation of the experts. So next is the editor's decision. Okay. So based on the peers reviewer, they will send a blind review process or they will send one review or before submission, while submitting your, they ask for two reviewers. Okay. Ask for two reviewers, three reviewers, that two or three reviewers that you want to oppose or that you want to support. Okay, in support, if you are providing some data, then if they will not get some expert in that field, then they can send the information, the paper to that experts that you have been provided. Or if some researchers are there that you do not want to expose your paper to them, then you can write their mail ID and phone number and details such that the paper will not go to that person. Okay, so that your paper will get reviewed and you will get a good result from that one. Okay, so after that one, the peer review, the editor will decide that whether the paper will be within the scope or not, whether it is accepted. Okay, so generally it's a rare condition that accepted as it is in the first submission. Okay, then always it is of two type, generally accept with minor revision or accept with major revision. Okay, so accept with minor revision and accept with major revision, they always reconsider if it will be get revised. Okay, and if the both the blind reviewers or the reviewers will reject that one, then the paper will get rejected and no scope for the resubmission, no scope for the revision is there. Only you have to resubmit the paper again in that journal. Okay, so if a paper will get that your paper is accepted or your paper will be reconsidered if you will submit the revision with a major or with minor, if that type of comments will come, then you will revise the paper. Then while you will revise the paper, then you have to go for indicate that what are the revisions to be made, what are the reviewers have provided or what are the suggestions they have provided, that you have to check. Include a letter by saying that the revisions were made. If you receive a list of some requested revisions, then address each in the letter. Okay, that letter is also known as the rebuttal letter. So if you are receiving that one, then if requested, show the revisions in the track changes. Or if you disagree with a request revision, then explain why in your letter that I don't want to revise that one. Okay, so try to find a different way to solve the problem that editor or reviewer noted. Okay, so always do not write like that. I don't want to revise that one. Whatever you are saying, that is not correct. Like, do generally avoid that one and always try to find another way or the writing style that if this method will be implemented, then the consequences will be like this. If this method will be there, then the consequences will be like this. Then, like that only, you just write them. Okay, but do not write straightly that I don't want to revise because whatever I have given, that is all right. Okay, it will give a negative impression to the reviewers. Okay, and they simply discard the paper or reject the paper. Okay, so you must have a that kind of sense that how to revising the paper. So while answering the queries
Sir.
also, huh?
Sir, good afternoon, sir. I have one question related to this review.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, actually, I confronted this particular review difficulty by getting that two different kind of reviews from two different reviewers. So in the entire paper. So in that case, I mean, if I would consider, I mean, I didn't know much about that. So I considered only the suggestions being made by the first reviewer, and accordingly I made the change to my paper and submitted without considering the second reviewer. Once again, that got rejected, and in the second time, are you getting sir? Hello.
Manik. Yes, Manikji. Tell me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I submitted one paper to the Knowledge Economy. There is a journal called Knowledge Economy just 6 months back. So it got some revision. I mean, they sent me that some revision was required, and accordingly, two reviewers have given the two different kind of reviews.
Hmm.
Like two revisions were required,
Okay.
entirely opposite to each other. Like some were sending that there was some review required or revision required for introduction and literature, and some was suggesting that, or another reviewer was suggesting that some revision is required in the methodology part.
Exactly.
Like if I would take the revision suggestion from two different reviewers, then I have to change the entire paper once again.
Entire paper. Then the whole paper will get changed.
So in
Yeah.
that case, that would take a lot of time. Na? Like I did a mistake, so I took the consideration only from the first reviewer, and when I submitted, so that got rejected once again because I didn't consider the second reviewer's suggestion. Na?
That's what. So I
So
have
in
told you
these
now
case,
already.
would you like to suggest me like what to do? I mean,
So I have told you. So you may what you have written. You may have written that if you will change this, then the whole paper will get changed. Like this, you have written. I think.
no, sir. Actually, I didn't consider the suggestions
Manikji.
made by the second reviewer. I have only taken the suggestions made by the first reviewer only and accordingly revised my paper. Two reviewers have given two different kind of suggestions, right now, sir? So in that case, I can't change the, if I am implementing the two reviewers suggestions, so that the entire structure of my paper will get changed. So in that case, what should I do? I mean, in those cases I'm confronting. Hello, am I, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Is it audible? Yes. Anybody from the
Yeah,
Yes,
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 participant?
sir.
yes.
You are audible. I think sir is facing some network issues, sir.
Okay, okay. From his side, he is facing
Yes,
maybe. Yes,
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 yes.
sir.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay, then we have to wait on the.
Sir, you are on mute, sir.
Am I audible right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry, uh, my internet was lost. Okay. So Manikji, what you have discussed? Okay, tell me.
Sir, my question was that I got. Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Sir, I got the review request. I have submitted, I mean, 6 months back, I have submitted my paper to one of the journals. So there, after 3 4 months, I got the review request by two different reviewers. Like first reviewer was suggesting there was some change required for introduction and literature parts, while the second one suggesting for changes required in methodological parts. So if
Okay.
I would be implementing the entire two reviewers request, so in that case I have to change the entire paper.
Hmm.
So, but I did a mistake, like I have considered only first reviewer's request and accordingly made the modification to my paper and submitted. Once again, it got rejected.
Okay. So it may happen that it may happen in two cases. Okay. First one is sometimes what they will do is that if they have given two reviewers at that time, they will change the whole reviewer panel in the next method. Okay. And when you have submitted that one, it will be like that. Your first paper will be there, then whatever corrections, then your second paper will be there. Then the reviewer will be the new one, will checking the revision one. What he will do that he will check the first paper and he will check both the reviewers comment and try to check that one. In that case, they have felt that the person who have or the author that providing all the informations, that is for the first reviewer, for the second reviewer they have not done anything, and please reject that one. Like this one they have done. Or second thing, it will be like that. As the first reviewer have not given much one, okay, it's a minor one.
Yes.
Okay. So they will not send to him because he has given the a review to the editor. A letter will be there. Okay, always a confidential letter will be there. In that letter, they have given that please accept that one if the author have revised the paper. So
Okay.
what they have done is that they will not send that one to the first reviewer. They will
Hmm.
only send to the second reviewer. And the
Okay.
second
Yes.
reviewer found that your paper, what he has given, you
Yes.
have not
Yes.
compiled all the informations. That's why
Yes.
they have also
Rejected.
rejected one. Like that also it may happen. Yeah.
But in these cases, sir, don't you think that I mean the entire structure of the paper will get changed? I mean, if multiple reviewers will give multiple kind of suggestions, that then in that case, once again, that there will be time lingering and as well as the entire structure of the paper, that what we have thought of initially, that will get changed.
It may happen, sir, but that's why I told you now. If you are thinking that your paper is all right, then try to write in that way or avoid directly. Do not avoid that one. The paper is whatever you are saying. What as you are the reviewer and you can say anything. In that place, you can write that, sir. Give me a second way that I can put it on. Like that only, if you'll avoid that one and try to write in such a way that this method is also based, how this method is based against that the previous one, that only
Okay.
you have to write.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Tactfully, you have to write that one how you are the best one.
Got it, sir.
Okay.
Got it. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sumant Kumar Sahu.
Yes, sir. I am Dr. Sumanta from Einstein College from
Sir,
Odisha. Sir, one case I have, in my case, it happened around 2019 to 20, around one paper got rejected. My one paper, ACI, it's a Stringer journal. So it is so much related to what Manik sir are mentioning. After reviewing, 2 3 reviewers have given comment and it ultimately they gave rejection. So, but my supervisor asked me to edit it and submit it again because two of them are okay. One of the reviewer is not okay with the paper, so finally they rejected.
Okay.
So we took these challenges, we rectified, we modified all the means our rebuttal is good.
Hmm.
So we prepared that rebuttal and submitted again to the same journal.
Hmm.
By we mentioned to the editor that this paper has been kept for a long time and reviewed very well by peer review committee, and we have submitted it again by under revision by this paper. So luckily it got accepted. So I think Manik sir will definitely try this method, apply it again.
They must try to resubmit that one. Okay.
Yes,
If they
yes.
will resubmit that one, then the reviewer will get changed. The whatever they want. Okay. The reviewer two will not be there in the Manik sir case. The reviewer two will not be there. Any other person will come, and if he thinks, then it will be a accepted one.
And yes, sir, that may be the case, and also the editor will take the decision if
Uh, after
our
after the
rebuttal is
reviewer,
good.
that is also there. That is also there. Rightly said. Okay. So
We can save the
always,
time
huh. So
because
it may
already
happen
it is
that
reviewed. Yeah, it is already under peer review, and I think Manik sir may try that after
it is.
means,
So
request the
I told
editor.
you now, you have to avoid the method you want to write. Okay.
Yes,
So
so that's it, sir.
always try a better method to represent yourself that your method is best one. Whatever you are saying that may be right, but whatever I have used also that is also right. That's
Okay,
your
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. Thanks, thanks.
So shall I move to the presentation one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how to revise that paper? Then answering the queries. So how will answering the queries? The questions from the manuscript editors, some topic of the queries, inconsistencies, missing information, ambiguities, others are there. Then advice, you have to take some advice, are the suggestions, respond promptly, politely, and completely yet concisely. Okay, that politely word is there. Manik sir, so we must write some polite words such that with regards to your letter or with regards to your suggestions, we are writing like this. You can write like that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. So then after acceptance, the reviewing proofs are there. Okay. So some typeset materials they will give you to check whether your manuscript is well written or whether they have changed that one. They will provide you the typeset materials to check. So review the proofs promptly. So some things to check: completeness, presence of all components, accuracy, placement of figures and tables, quality of reproduction of the figures. Okay, note, this is not the time to rewrite the paper, okay, that you have given, okay. After acceptance, do not rewrite anything. Okay, so only what they will typeset that one, okay. You just accept that one because there some professionals are typesetting the papers, and you have to only check that the presence of all the components are there, presence of all the reference are there, and it is properly cited or not. Clear? So next is preparing effective research presentations. Okay. So the clear structures must be there: introduction, method, results, conclusion. Keep it logical and easy to flow. Engaging visuals, use graphs, charts, and minimal text. Avoid overcrowding slides with data. Effective delivery must be there. Maintain eye contact and use of confident tone must be there for research presentations. Practice timing to stay within the limits. So always in the conference they have given within 10 minutes you have to complete that one. Okay, but some presenters they do not have the time limitations, and they have not, as they have not practiced that one, so they will take much more time than 10 minutes. Okay, so within the period of time they have to stop the presentation also. So for that you must practice the timing so that you can stay within the limits, within the time period. Okay. Nowadays, in the online conferences, they are telling that within the 10-minute video, you just send it to us, and we will represent that one. Then after that, in the query section, we will be there and answer all the queries. Okay. So it is a time-bounded process. So as it is a time-bounded process, so you have to complete your presentation within 10 minutes. So you have to present, or you have to shoot your presentation within 10 minutes and provide it to the conference editors. They will provide that within the time bound. It will be completed, and in the query section, when the query will be there, then you can ask online or offline, whatever will be there. Due to that only. Okay. Then is audience engagement will be there. So all the questions should be asked, include interactive elements. So as we have discussed, Manik sir is asking and we are discussing right now. So that must be the audience engagement. Okay. So if we'll discuss that one, then all the doubts will get clear. Otherwise, yeah, we know how to submit the paper and how the peer review is going on. All these things, I think, all should know. Okay. And all must know that what I feel that everybody is knowing that right now how to submit the paper and how they are reviewing that one and how they are getting the acceptance or rejection, or how they are typesetting or checking the proofs. Like this, all are no. But important is while presenting your paper or while presenting in front of any other, you must be within the time limit so that you can represent your whole idea in front of the reviewers. Okay. And adapt the audience background. So if the audience background right now, if the audience are from the school level, then I should not talk all these things like that, because my representation will be different. I have to show them what is the abstract, how it will be written. So as I have given you a brief idea, because all of you must know what is abstract, what is keyword, how to publish that one. Okay. What are the methods like Clarivate, Scopus? From that also we can check that what are the journals available, how we will go for. Okay. So always check the backgrounds of the audience so that you can maintain your presentation within the time limit and within a specific audience panel. Yeah. Then we'll go for research dissemination. Okay. So research dissemination is nothing but if you are publishing something, then how it will get access to the readers. It will be open access one or subscription based journals. If it is a subscription based journal, then you have to pay the fees. You have to get paid. Then you have to, after paying that one, you will get to read that journal. Okay. If it is open access, right now many journals, MDPI have a very good journal records, but all are open access. Okay. So they are referencing citations, all these are increasing due to this one. Many can download the papers through this open access and get easily access through the all journals. Okay. So what are the open access journals? That is OA journals. Okay. So it is freely available to all readers. No paywall is there. And various types of open access are there. That is gold open access, green open access, hybrid open access. In gold open access, sorry, published openly, often with the author fees. Okay, author will pay the fees for open access so that he can reach to the sufficient number of readers. In the green open access, self-achieved by the authors, preprint repositories. Okay. So many preprint repositories are there. Through that only you can upload the paper, but you have to take the permission from the journals. Okay. Research Square, one example is there. Through that Research Square also you can publish the paper after publishing the paper or before publishing the paper. Okay. So it has two types. In Research Square, after publishing the paper, you will take a green open access from the journal, and you will upload your paper so that it will be readable or it will be downloaded to all the readers. Okay. Or before submitting to any journals, you can upload your paper to the Research Square so that nobody can claim after submission of your paper that that paper is yours or not. Okay, so Research Square will provide you the information that this paper is published in this date, this timing, everything, and this copyrighted form is given to you only. That will be ensured by this Research Square. Okay, and another one is hybrid open access. So mix of open and paid articles in the subscription of the journal. So sometimes for some subscription of the college that will be free, and for not subscribed colleges that will be a paid journal. Okay, that will be done through hybrid open access journal. Okay, so it depends on the subscription taken by the institute or not. Okay, so various journals are available, MDPI, BMC, like this. All these journals are freely available, and they will take the money from the author only. Okay, and author will bring the money from the institute or the research funders, those who have given to the persons. Or right now, 5-6 authors, they are closely related with each other, and they are paying the money to the journal and get published that one. Okay, that is also done. Oh, it depends on the method how you are paying. Okay, so it is always better to understood that for an open access journal, it is the money is paid by only the author. Yeah. So what are the subscription-based journals? It must be access restricted to paying journals. Individuals or institutional subscriptions must be there. High impact factor of prestige journals are often well established for the journals. Their generally are subscription-based. Revenue models, institution or individual pay for access. Either through institution you can access the journal, or individually by paying the access you can download the journals. In IEEE you can be a member of that one, and through membership you will get the access of the journals. And generally in these subscription based journals, no publication fees to the authors are there in most cases, not for all the cases. In most cases no publication fees are there. Okay, Elsevier, Springer, IEEE are the best examples of these subscription based journals. Most of the journals are subscription based. Okay, but in IEEE access is there, which is open access journals, and many journals are there. Through that one only you can download the paper. Okay, so what are the basic difference between open access and subscription based? Based on the cost of the readers, open access is free. Subscription based is paid through subscription required. Cost for the authors often high for APCs as APC is applied, and usually free or lower cost. Visibility, through visibility, high wider audience research reach will be there, and limited to subscribers through visibility for subscription based journals. Quality and prestige varies. Some high impact factors are, if some high impact factors are there more than 10, 8, 9, 10, like that only, it's having some prestige and quality. Often high impact journals are even for subscription based journal, even it is a 0.1 journal, that is also having some respect and prestige to the, and quality of the journals are there. Copyright authors retains the rights of the copyright license in the open access because he has pays the money, but publisher holds the copyrights. As it is a subscription based, no payment is done, so copyright will be held by the publisher only. Okay, so what are the benefits? So many benefits of the open access publishing is there: increased visibility and citations, wider reach, accessible to the researchers and the public, higher citation rates compared to the paywall papers, fast knowledge dissemination, immediate global access accelerates scientific progress, public accessibility beneficial for policymakers, educators and independent researchers, compliance with funding agency. Many funders require open access publications. What are the challenges of the open access publishing? High article processing charge, cost can range of $100 to $1,000. Quality concerns are predatory journals. Some open access journals are lack of rigorous peer review. Within 7 days, 8 days, they will publish the paper. Okay. For publishing, total time period they require is 7 days. In that case, some rigorous review is maybe not be there. Be aware of predatory publishers charging fee without proper review also. Limited funding support. Researchers must struggle to secure the funds for APC. Okay. Like in India, it is quite difficult to pay thousands of dollars to the international publishers. So cooperating licensing issue different Creative Commons. Okay, that CC always license impact how research is used. Okay, and in subscription based, that copyright is always held by the publisher, so no issue of the CC. This different Creative Commons license is there in the uh, other journal types. Okay, so research communications for non-academic agencies. Oh, sorry, audiences. So if some are non-academic audiences, so why communicate research to non-academic audiences are there? So it must expand the impact beyond the academia, helps the policymaker, business and public make informed decisions, increases public trust in the science, attracts funding and collaborating opportunities. For these only we'll go for a reach towards the non-academia audiences. So understanding your audiences. So identify your target audience, policymaker, industry, general public, etc. Access existing knowledge and interest levels, determine relevant motivations and concerns, consider cultural and contextual factors, tailor complexity, terminology and examples accordingly. Okay, so it must be understood by your audience that before identifying the target audience. So key principles for the effective communications are, it must focus on the relevance, why should they care, emphasize real world implications and applications, use clear jargons free language, develop compelling narratives and storytelling, incorporate visual elements and metaphors, balance simplification with accuracy. So these are the key principles for effective communication. And the communication formats and the channels are in the form of written, visuals, interactive, digital and media. So in written form, blog posts are there, op-eds, policy briefs, social medias are there in the given written format. In visuals, infographic, data visualizations, videos are there for communication formats and channels. Interactive workshop answer sessions must be there. In digital, right now podcasts are there, webinars, interactive websites are there for non-academia audiences that generally listens to the podcast and webinars that is present. In media, press release, interviews, expert commentary must be there so that the non-academia audience must listen and can easily understand that one. Building effective messages, it leads to that so what state significance upfront, structure information from general to specific, limit key takeaways to 3 to 5 main points, use concrete examples and analogies, address potential questions or concerns, include clear calls of actions when appropriate for building effective messages. So writing research for the policymakers and the publics. So it has some key principles in the, so for make it accessible, use clear and jargon free language, present information visually when possible. Okay, so it is always easily understood when visual informations are given. Focus and relevance of practical applications. Tailor your approach for policymakers, problem solution format with actionable recommendations. For public, real world examples and personal stories. Simplify without over simplifying. Maintain accuracy with reducing complexity. Highlight 3 to 5 key takeaways only. Connect research to existing priorities and concerns. Remember your goal to inform decisions, change perspectives, and inspire action, not to demonstrate the academic expertise. Okay, so this is for the key principles. Okay, and this is divided into two type. For policymaker, one type of information, and for public also, that is different. Okay, so for policymaker, what they need, what the audience need, clear problem statement must be policy relevance, evidence based on the recommendations, cost benefit analysis when possible, practical implementation of considerations, brief scannable formats, how to write or start the executive summary with some bullet points, use headings or subheadings for quick navigations, including visuals that show trends or comparisons, connect research and current policies priorities, offer concrete actionable recommendations, avoid partition language or framing which is not understood to the public. Example format, problem statement with one paragraph maximum, key findings 3 to 5 bullet points, so that must be easily understood. Policy implications with maximum 1 to 2 paragraphs, recommendations with some bullet points maximum 3 to 4, and contract information for follow. For public, what they need, if I am interested in this research topic, then I will go for that one. So what they need, the real world relevance to daily life, emotional connection to the topic, sorry, clear benefits or impacts they can understand, visual explanations of complex concepts, stories that make research relatable, and how to write that one, use everyday language with aim with 6 to 8 grade reading level, replace jargon with simple terms, use analogies with metaphors, tell stories about peoples affected by the research, break complex ideas into step-by-step explanations, keep sentences and paragraphs short so that it will be easily understood. Simply writing techniques, use active voice instead of passive voice, choose concrete words over abstract concepts, limit sentence to one main idea, test the readability with free online tools, ask non-expert to review the for clarify. Okay, for clarification, you just review with a non-expert so that if some problem will be there, then that will be easily understood. If it is be an expert, then he will know everything. It's okay, they will tell. But if a non-expert will be there, then he will ask the question why it is there, how you have done, what you have done. Like this, the question will come and you will can change by yourself. Then include what this matter of section is that. Okay, that is the most important one, so that the real world relevance of the daily life will increase for the public. So after all this, okay, so your paper must have some ethics, or the researcher must have some ethics before writing the paper or after writing the paper, and you must avoid the plagiarism. Okay, plagiarism, it's nothing but it's the similarity of the paper with the previous one. Okay, so whether you are writing a paper and your paper is similar with the another paper, then you will get plagiarized and you are increasing the copyrighted material and you will get punished for that one. Okay, so avoid the plagiarism. And the most dangerous plagiarism is self-plagiarism. Okay, if you are submitting your self-plagiarized papers or your self-copyrighted papers with another journals, then it is the most dangerous one, and very dangerous actions are taken by the journals or editors. They have written to the institution. It may happen that you lost the job or you will get a demotion in your job. Like this only you will get. Okay, so try to go for some ethics and avoid the plagiarism. So understanding the research ethics ensures the integrity, honesty and respect in academic work. Ethical research project protects subjects, maintains public trust and advances knowledges. Key principles as honesty, objectivity, respect for intellectual property and confidentiality. Unethical practices damage credibility and can end careers of the researcher. Institutions have ethical reviews board and codes of the conduct. Okay, what is plagiarism? So use others' idea, words and work without proper attribution, that is known as similarity, and which is result in plagiarized copyrighted form. Okay, so types of plagiarism are there: direct plagiarism, mosaic plagiarism, self-plagiarism, and accidental plagiarism. So copying the text of the without any citation of the paper, that is a direct plagiarism or direct similarity of there. Okay, mosaic plagiarism is mixing others' pages with your own without citation, that is a mosaic plagiarism. Self plagiarism is reusing your own previously published work without acknowledgement, that is known as your self plagiarism. And accidental plagiarism, improper citation or paraphrasing, that is known as accidental plagiarism. Okay, even unintentional plagiarism has serious consequences. You do not plagiarize that one and you have not checked, but you have already submitted that paper in the journals. Okay, the journal will send you a letter that you are plagiarized, you are affected with plagiarism, and they will send a letter to you, to your authority, everywhere they will send, and they will give you serious punishment. Maybe what kind of punishment, it depends on them. Okay, but they try to spoil your career through that plagiarism. Okay, so it depends on the journal's editors. Okay, some journals are there, they are only giving you some instructions that do not do like that, or in future if you do like that, then only you will get punished. Otherwise, try to avoid this plagiarism such that your career in this research will be safe. So even unintentional plagiarism, even you don't know, you have submitted the paper without checking the plagiarism, and you will get to know that you got plagiarized. You have got 50% plagiarism. Okay, so in that case, either you can take the paper back, change the paper, and try to resubmit that one by writing an apologies letter or cover letter to the editor that I have not checked the paper through any plagiarism software. So right now I got that one, and I will accordingly modify the paper, and now I am submitting that one. The plagiarism or the similarity is much less than that is there in the journal ethics. Okay, that only you can write, and you can resubmit the paper also. So how to properly cite the sources? So for plagiarism, you must cite the sources that you have taken from. So follow the citation style required for the field: APA, MLA, Chicago, etc. Okay, so various methods are there. You have seen that in introduction, you have read one line. After that, one bracket will be there. In that bracket, one is written. Square bracket is there. In that square bracket, one is written. So it must. It means that the reference one is cited over here, and that line is taken from the that paper, and what the paper is suggesting, that this one. Okay, and quotation also you can directly give. Okay. Paraphrasing ideas also you can give, referencing statistics data you can give, research findings also you can give, and using theory models also you can frame the works that you have found in the research. So always use the citation management tools. So Joreto, Mendeley is there in LaTeX, in Word file also there, endnotes are there, those who help you to cite properly in your manuscript. So keep the detailed notes of the source during the research before citing the papers. Okay, and effective paraphrasing techniques are there. Read and understand the original text thoroughly. Put the text aside and write in your own words. Change both vocabulary and the sentence structures. Compare your version with the original and ensure the differences. Always include the citation even after the paraphrasing. Examples: poor versus effective paraphrasing. Okay, so in that only you can get to know that how you are getting the paraphrasing is all right or not. Okay, so always try in that way that we have discussed. Read the proper word, proper line from the paper, what you want to take to your paper. Write in your own words with your own vocabulary and sentence structures. Compare the previous one and find that which paraphrasing is better and write that. Yeah. Additional ethics consideration for the journals are data integrity, so avoid fabrication or falsification or selective reporting. Collaboration ethics, proper credit to all the contributors and all the authors. Conflict of interest, disclose the funding sources and relationships. Research with human subjects are obtain informed consent and IRB approval. Peer review ethics, provide fair and timely and constructive feedbacks. Must be there for ethical consideration to the journals. So various tools and best practices are available. Use some plagiarism detection software for your similarity of the paper. Turnitin, authenticate, government provided Urkul method is there. Softwares are available. Keep detailed research logs and notes. Start writing early to avoid last minute shortcuts. Have peer reviews your work before submissions. When in doubt, cite the proper source. Consult your institution writing center or ethics office for guidance, or you can check the proper ethics provided by the journals. In which journal you want to publish the paper. Okay. So up to this, some plagiarism are there. Okay, some researchers also got through some falsification and fabrication of the research. Okay, they will check the result and they will generate or they will modify the results in such a way that all the previous research, literature research that have been done before, all are the worst one than your result, or your method is the best result than other methods. Okay, so that methods are known as the falsification method or fabrication method. So don't try to fabricate or falsify your data. So understanding what are the falsification and fabrications, data fabrications, creating false data or results and recording or reporting them. Data falsification, manipulating research materials, equipments or processes, changing or omitting the data. Okay, so one paper is there, if you will omit some data, then your result is getting good, then it's a very serious issue. In some cases you have checked in many papers, they have omitted the steps of the mathematical informations. Okay, so if you will really find the mathematical information, then you will get to know that some 3 to 4 steps they have omitted. Okay, so that is also data falsifications. Both are considered serious forms of the scientific misconducts, violate the fundamental principles of the research integrity, undermine public trust in scientific enterprises. Why researchers falsify and fabricate the data? So publication pressure are there. So publish or perish culture, career advancement or promotion requirements, in that they will falsify or fabricate the data. Completion or limited fundings, desire and supportive of hypothesis of theory, difficulty obtaining statistically significant results, personal reputation and recognitions, institutional pressure or groundbreaking results must be required. That's why generally researchers or academicians falsify or fabricate the data. Okay, so common methods of the data manipulations are selective reporting of the results. Only selective parts they will provide, the main methodology they will not provide, which is also known as cherry picking. Excluding outliers without justifications. So it generally removes the data points of the deviate significantly from the general trend and the pattern in the database without valid reason or explanations for doing so. So potentially leading to the biased or inaccuracy conclusions. Another one is p-hacking, analyze the data manipulative way until significant result appear. Hacking, hypothesizing after results are known. If you know the results, what to be analyzed, then hypothesizing data and present a new data through Excel or through other methods are there. That method is also known as data hacking. Image manipulations in the visual data, misrepresenting the sample size and experimental conditions, and inventing observations that never occurred. Okay, So in generally in software, through software you can manipulate easily, okay, but in hardware cases you cannot manipulate. But sometimes due to other pressures or other misrepresenting the sample size, okay, your experimental conditions also can be manipulated and can be falsified. So these consequences of the falsifications are, for science, wasted of the resources pursuing false leads, delayed scientific progress, potential harms to the patients. If some patients was are there, then it will harm to the patients. If less number of sample sizes are given, then the patient will be affected. Then public form invalid findings. For researcher, retraction of the publications, your journal will retract your paper. Whatever APC you have given, that will be loss. Loss of funding if you have received funding but your result is falsified, then also loss of the funding is there. Termination of the employment, professional reputation damage, legal consequences in some cases are there. If some patent infringements are there, then it will leads to legal consequences. In such cases you will be driven to the court also. Okay, so how to detect that one? So detection methods are there, statistical tools to identify anomalies in the data, image forensics for detecting manipulated figures, reproducibility attempts by the other researchers, peer review process scrutiny, whistleblowing by collaborators or lab members, journal screening processes, and institutional investigation. Through this only it can be detected. So how to prevent the falsification? Institutional approach, research integrity training programs must be there, open data policies and repositories are there, reduced emphasize and quantify the over quality, clear procedures of investigating misconduct, and in individual practices through documentation and all procedures, pre-registrations of the studies and analysis plans, data sharing and transparency. Okay, so that in many journals also they wish to share the data and be transparent with the journal. They want the data. Okay, in which case you have taken which data, they want the proper structure abstract. Collaborative cross-checking results and mentoring in research ethics for preventing the data falsification. So I wish to celebrate one research paper by publication, your final paper with the final step. Thank you. Okay, so if you have any questions, then we can discuss over here. Yes, Sahane Ratha.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. Tell me.
Is it audible, sir?
Yeah. You are quite audible.
Okay,
Tell me.
thank you, sir. Sir, as for one of your very good suggestions, that one should avoid to use the AI applications like ChatGPT while writing a research paper, right, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. So, in my question, that can you suggest any best way to collect the appropriate idea or the proper information to write a good research paper?
So I have presented that one, how to write the good paper. You need
Yes, sir,
more
but I need
information.
more clarity on that.
Okay, if you want more platform, then it's always available in the Scopus, in LCVS Scopus, it is always available. You can go for that one, okay? Or I will
Yes,
share the links with the convener Rao sir. They will provide all the information to you.
will be more helpful, sir. Thank you so
Oh,
much. Sir, I had one more question.
yes.
Sir, as you guided us that after the acceptance of the paper, one should not rewrite the paper.
Hmm.
Is it correct, sir? So, so if somebody just got the acceptance from the editor and should got a second thought of more expansion to make the paper more reliable and more appreciable by the audience. So, in that case, what one need to do?
Ma'am, it may have two consequences. One, if you have modified the paper, then it will reach to the editor. Okay, he will check that the paper, may the paper length will increase. In that case, he will give you a question that whether you have changed the paper or not. If you have changed the paper, he is having the power that he may discard your paper.
Yes.
First thing.
Yes.
Second thing, if you think that your paper is good, much more good enough, if you will add some more portions, then always go for a new journal and try to improve the method that you have given in that previous paper. Try to compare your previous paper with your new idea and make a new paper. What I want to suggest.
Okay, sir.
That will be
Thank you
better.
so much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Rati Ranjan Sahu.
Very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Kundu.
Sir, I got a question, sir. Sir,
Yes.
when I am preparing a review paper, sir, the question coming to that, sir, when you are writing the review paper, some of the tools, sir, you have already told some of these, like illicit and litmap and Trinka, these kind of these, sir, these are all paid versions, sir. Whether BPUT does it provide anything to the affiliated colleges we can allow, whether they are allowing us to access or we have to pay by ourselves?
Nice suggestion, sir. So I have taken the charge of PIC admin research and development yesterday only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
I
sir.
will definitely try to incorporate your suggestion. Okay, and I will discuss with the Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, who is very much keen in the interest, very much keen interest in this research activity. Okay, I will tell him like this. Okay, and after that, after his advice, and we will definitely try to incorporate your suggestion.
Okay. Sir, another question for me, sir. Sir, actually, when I was writing a review paper, so it was initially of 90 pages, and finally, then I come to 51 pages and 39
Sorry,
pages. So my question is,
90 pages.
Sir, then I reduces to 39. So my question is, I have to, as it is a review paper, at least it should be 15 to 25 pages. Yes, sir. Sir, could you just suggest me, sir, whenever I am reduces that 90 pages to 39 pages, so my question coming to that, what important factors to be put so that I can get at least a reputed journal like Springer or something, which should be appreciable, because though we are writing sometime, what do you give the flavor, sir, to add more things into that?
Sir,
Review
90
paper, sir.
pages
I am
paper
talking
is
review,
not a
review
paper.
paper.
It's a thesis, I think.
No, I say reduces, sir. I reduces to 39
Okay.
pages.
No,
Sir.
no, no, no. I'm coming to that one. Okay. If you have
Okay.
reduces, that one means whatever informations that you have given in the first part in the 90 pages,
Okay.
that is much more. Okay. Now you
Yes,
have
sir.
reduces it to 39. Means you have deselect some of the portions that is not required for the readers.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No,
So
I have
like
not
that.
disliked, sir. I have not deleted. I have cited those paper because already those paper are already in the old references. So in fact of that, instead of that lines, I removed that line, sir. All I have removed henceforth. So it has get reduced to 39 pages.
Then after that, you want to reduces again to other
225 pages around, so that it could be
so that it will be get accepted in the Springer. Okay, so you must give
suggestion.
some better ideas. Okay, you try to read again the paper. Okay,
Yes, sir. Sir.
for each method, you
Okay.
just put it in the form of any figures, whatever
Yes, sir.
you are
Yes.
writing.
Okay.
Okay, you have written, let's say, what I will suggest. Okay, many suggestion will come. Okay, what I want to
Okay.
suggest is that you have you have written a method is having 2 pages.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes, sir.
so
Sir.
try to implement that method in terms of block diagram.
Oh, right. Picture
Okay,
issue.
so
Right.
picture format will be a visual format will be better than the abstract format,
Okay.
and that can be implemented, and that will take some more space than that of all the 2 pages,
Okay.
such that your pages will get reduced. What I feel. Other suggestion may
Okay.
come. Okay, many can suggest like that. Okay, if some non-important points are there, then remove it, or
Picture, good idea.
take some advice of the other researchers. Okay,
Okay.
what you feel is a important one, they may not feel. Okay, like
Yes,
that
sir.
only
Yes,
you
sir.
can also go for.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Sir, one question is there.
Sanjay
Sir,
sir.
how can you, yes, sir. Sir, how can you know, suppose my topic is supply chain management and inventory management.
Okay.
So I can know the latest research paper, the latest research things. How can you aware about that, sir?
Sir, how you are finding your papers? Can I?
This is the journal from
No,
a
no, no,
different
no, no.
website.
I want to ask you, if you need a paper, then how you are checking? You are going to search, simply search through Google, na?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So that is the best practice in our cases also. Okay. But that is not there. You can go for the Clarivate that I have shown to you. In many cases, engineering village one software is there. Okay, that is adopted by some NITs and IITs also. In engineering village, you can put the keyword in that and can select that one in 2005 with this keyword how many papers have been published. Through that only you can get to know. In Scopus also there, Clarivate also there, engineering village there. Like this you can check.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
You have to select the year and you have to give the proper keyword or title, whatever you are having. Through that only you can check.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, so we'll wind up. Rao sir, Priti ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes. We
Yes,
can,
sir.
we can.
I'm there, sir.
Okay, so thank you for attending this workshop. I think it will be benefited to you. Okay.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of BPUT fraternity and all participants, it is indeed an honor to deliver a vote of thanks for today's session on publishing and presentation skills research dissemination. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished resource person who shared his invaluable knowledge and expertise with us. Your insights into writing research papers, particularly on the structure, style, and the process of choosing the right journal, have undoubtedly equipped us with the tools to refine our writing and enhance the impact of our research. We now have a clear understanding of how to engage our audience, handle questions, and communicate our findings with confidence. Lastly, I would like to thank all the participants for their active involvement and for making this session enriching and interactive. Your curiosity and enthusiasm made this event a success, and I hope the knowledge imparted today will help all of us in our future research journeys. Once again, a sincere thank you to everyone for your valuable time and contribution. Wishing you all success in your research endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you,
Um,
Preeti.
Thank you
So
so much, sir.
Thank
Okay.
you,
let me
ma'am.
add
Now,
some
I
points
would
to our participants before they are leaving. See, in a chat window, you can check Preeti Madam has floated one link. As for the formalities of this FDP, you are going to appear a quiz test. Which link I have given, that is not the quiz test link. That is, you have to register yourself for the quiz test. Okay. There it will ask your name and email ID by which you are going to appear the exam. So you quickly check that. Madam, again, you can give that link in the message. If
Yes, sir. I
someone
have pinned that message, sir.
yeah, and all the participants, they have to go through that link and register themselves. From them onwards, we start okay. That is remember, uh, uh, if you change or do with the full by changing, then it is an AI featured quiz platform. Okay, not a Google. Okay, so because then not suited. Okay, careful. Uh, register, uh, from 2 to 4 given the time, those can appear the test, all of which no are there, and it should be criteria of the certification. I feel you can see that process. Is there anything to ask regarding this? Panda is saying that my voice is not clear. So let me repeat. Is my voice is clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now clear.
Now clear. See, as for this, here you can check in that text message and in the chat window of this meeting, Preeti Madam has shared a link. You go through that link and register yourself to appear the exam. When you will click that link, it will ask your name and email ID. So give that name and mail ID and submit the thing. So now you will be registered for the exam, and very soon we will send the link to all the registered participants, okay, through their mail to appear the examination. Okay, so whenever you are appearing the examination, be sure that you are not doing any sort of changing the tab in your mobile or anything, because it is a AI featured. If something happened, it will block your examination. And you know, this is one of the criteria for appearing the exam. Okay. So accordingly, you prepare yourself and register. Okay.
Thank
Is
you,
there
sir.
anything else?
Sir, what time examination will be conducted, sir?
Examination will start from 2 to 4 at any time with your convenience. You can start. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the test timing is 40 minutes. Whenever you will start, it will take from that to 40 minutes, but within 2 to 4. And at 4, we will join for the valedictory ceremony. Okay. So we would like to listen from you regarding your experience in that. Okay. Is there anything, uh, okay. Okay then. So now we are signing off, and we are sending the link soon in the group. Okay. Link we will send in the group. Maybe now.